no. We're breaking the conditioning! Okay, I'll stop yelling. I'll stop yelling. They use drug rape and brain rape via radio signals to control and induce mental illness in people. Is this Gale's subconscious screaming out to her that she has mental illness? Probably. Jesuits can steal memory if they want a person to forget an event that might bring bad press to the order. They can also give people amnesia. Okay. Use it to do the clones. Jesuits deprive celebrities and people of importances. Jesuits deprive celebrities and people of importance the freedom to choose a spouse from celebrities and other people of importance. They assign certain individuals a spouse called a Jesuit clone husband or wife. If this person goes against this arrangement, they could be murdered, which is what happened to Robin Williams. Ah. You know, I was wondering what the Jesuits had to do with Robin Williams. Thank you. Gale's Oh, Gale. Gale. Please. Oh no, it's not Gale's fault actually. It's because I'm 5,000,000% zoomed in. What? She was on Tosh.0? I need like psychological help on the scene. Oh man. Okay. Okay.
Selfishness, for that he was always thinking about others and never of himself. I was proud of Brent because he's so brave and passionate. I was so proud of Terrance Jenkins for being so self-sacrificing. And, you know, and Hugh Jackman for his courage, and Matthew McConaughey for his purity of heart. And I was just telling Terrance that I felt that that's why God was using these men, because they have these outstanding traits. And even though none of us is perfect and we're all sinners. And
well, I don't know about that. I'm good. I'm a nice boy.
Right in the middle, right as Brent Spiner got on Skype to try to talk to me, the church.
Okay, listen. If you're the dude who goes on Skype and pretends to be Brett Spiner to Gale, please stop. Oh, that's a really good point. I literally can't tell if that's like one of those, I thought, I've been looking at this video this whole time, like that's one of those, like, bonnets. Thank you. A bonnet from, like, the Oregon Trail. Yeah, like an Amish lady. I thought that's what that was. But looking at it, it very well could be a tinfoil hat. She does claim that they can read your brainwaves through radio.
Church started shaking like a big earthquake. And they had to land into a volcano. The church is always moving around. And I thought, man, that's strange. I knew that wasn't God, because God doesn't operate that way.
Oh, true.
So I sensed that this Satan was causing problems. And then Terrance told me that the the church was shaking, and they landed in a volcano. And then all of a sudden, videos I put up there, because that's my ministry, and I've made that website to help us to beat the devil.
Oh, that's absolutely tinfoil. That is a literal tinfoil hat. This is a Conspiracy first ever tinfoil hat. Thank you, Gale. I need a stronger drink than this wine. And
anyway,
I'll be right back.
We had our church service, and I was telling Terrance Jenkins how I was so proud of all the men on my marriage list, how God was using them, and like a big earthquake.
Also, I want you to remember that when she says the church, she means her orbiting spaceship. She has a spaceship in orbit called the Church of Gale. I don't want these details to slip through the cracks, now that we know them.
to a volcano. The church is always moving around.
Fucking
And
Christ.
I thought, man, that's strange. I knew that wasn't God because God doesn't operate that way.
God doesn't
So I
operate
sensed
that way.
that Satan was causing problems.
We're drinking
And then
spiced Jaeger.
Terence told me that the the church was shaking, and they landed in a volcano. And then all of a sudden, a big hole appeared in the church, and like a strong breeze.
No. The church
mighty
is
breeze
hers.
rushed
It's the
through,
Jesuits
and Satan
that
emerged
can.
from the hole and appeared at our church.
Okay. So Gail is the president of the United States. She's the empress of planet Earth. She's not reading. This is not scripted. She just talks. She just gets in front of the camera and fucking talks. She is also the leader of the Church of Gale. The Church of Gale is also the name of her spaceship. And on the spaceship is the dude who played Data from Star Trek. She is a Christian to the point where she used to go by Gabrielle Chana. So she is quite literally Gail Chan. The lore. We've been looking into the lore for like the last hour, and it's already so deep and so terrible. It's very upsetting. I am so upset. Oh yeah, she absolutely wants to start a sex cult. Like, you could tell that if she hadn't been raised like fundamentalist Christian, that does look like a running machine behind her.
He had the voice of like a
right.
high-pitched tenor voice.
Cheers.
And he sounded like a fag, like a homosexual faggot. The way he was talking to me.
Okay, wait. I need to go back.
Voice of like a high-pitched tenor voice, and he sounded like a fag.
Okay. Oh God. Oh, that's good. That's good. Connor, I think you missed Gale in blackface. Gale, yes! Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, I'm gonna do my shot now.
Like
she recorded a rap
faggot,
video in
the way he was
blackface.
talking to me. And he was saying, "Hey Gail, hey
We're
Gail."
not there yet in the timeline.
He says, if you don't,
I think.
This is Satan. That's what he was saying.
Oh, Satan has a high-pitched faggy voice. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine then.
Immediately, I started reading from Revelation 17 and 18. I wasn't going to talk to him. I thought, oh my God, I said, I'm just going to read Bible to him. And I just kept reading it and reading it. I noticed when I was reading scripture, he wasn't talking. So I was kind of holding him back when I was reading the Bible. But he kept trying to talk to me. And I refused to talk to him because the Lord's the only one who can deal with the devil.
Because the Lord's the only one who can deal with devil.
Saying that if I didn't do what he wanted, basically if I...
just the tinfoil hat? Yes, beautiful.
He was just taunting me,
please,
saying that...
please break out the whiskey. I'm gonna try to find her kid's book, and we're gonna if we have to, we're gonna go into the Discord server and watch it because
he said I'm gonna cause all of these.
There's like scat fetish. There's like there's a whole lot of shit going on. I'm looking for it, but it's not easy to find.
Jesuit, who was a Judas Iscariot, who was posing like he was one of us. He got Sam Barbary.
Well, it's like a comic book. It's like a kid's book, you know.
And put his
she wrote a kid's book
onto Sam Barbary's
and she
stomach,
filled it with like scat fetish.
It like burned his guts out.
Oh, it burned his guts out.
If you don't, this is what I'm gonna do, Gail. He said, if you don't, what is it? I can't remember what was it he wanted, God. He was. he kept wanting to talk to me. And he was saying that he was above the King James Bible and that the King James Bible had no power over him. And I said, no, that's not true, Satan. The King James Bible is stronger than you, and you're going to lose, and God's going to beat you up. And finally he said, well, Zach Knight is going to show up, and I'm going to go in his body. And then Zach Knight showed up, and Satan went in his body.
You know what?
But to make a long story short, Zach Knight.
The first time I ever found this woman, it was from
had the
Deadwing
power
Dork.
to overpower all the men in that building and cause their.
I can't do animated emotes.
Sexually control them so that they all started turning into homosexuals and making love with each other. And I thought maybe this was a dirty trick, and that that my men had been taser transported away, and that and that this was and so I was ready to get off Skype, and they said no. Turan said no.
Let's see.
He hasn't got me because he can't get black men. Well, I just kept praying. And
that
praying
one's
and
okay.
You know what? Jesus showed up, and he rescued.
Oh wait.
He
Wait, we need to find like one good frame.
Saying that if I didn't do what he wanted, basically if I.
So, how does she live? No. So, as far as I am aware, Gail works at Walmart. I believe she is a Walmart greeter. And after that, she is on disability. Like, she has to be collecting disability from the government. There is no other way. Okay, so this is where I originally saw Gail. This is Deadwing Dork. He's one of my favorite streamers. We're just going to pull him up real quick.
You can check out my side boring rants about her.
We're going to try to find where he got this.
Down to the ground.
No, she has her own little house.
Charles Chiniquy in the 20th and 21st centuries. But
Oh, no.
Jesus...
You can
Jesuit murder of Abraham Where did he get this? Oh, that fucking bitch. He bought her books.
Critical. I'm feeling pretty scathed right now.
Wait, I need to see Jesus' attitude about multiple husbands for Gail. I'm sorry. We need to make a quick detour. I need to know how she can have this.
Jesus first discussed my
This
marriage
is
list in
2019.
And I've had time to reflect on it, and I feel the reason Jesus does not mind me making love to more than one man is because I actually prefer monogamy, and because my true husband, Brent Spiner, has decided that the best reward for the other men on the marriage list is to allow me to make love to them as a reward. Because I'm doing so much of God's very important work now and need
Gail is the omni-human.
Jesus approves of me loving more than one man. Jesus gave me the song Somewhere from West Side Story as a promise in 1992, while I was still married to my ex-husband Brent. And when Brent was
ex-husband
making love to me on the phone, and he told me to wait for his time before going to Brent. He said, don't, even though Brent asked if he could come over, I want you to continue to say no to him and to wait for my time. It was very difficult, and that's what I did. I have King David's heart, and this makes me different. So Jesus has different rules for me because I'm not like most people in my attitude towards sex, love, and marriage. It's kind of like how if Adam and Eve never sinned, then it wouldn't be necessary to have the rule about wearing clothes because they never sinned. So if the problem that causes Jesus to make...
Is there a rule about wearing clothes? I don't know that the Bible says we have to wear clothes.
Rule doesn't exist for a person, Jesus doesn't need to enforce that rule for that person. And because most people have a problem with lust and using sex for selfish reasons, Jesus has laid down the law of one man for one woman at a time.
But this is apparently not a problem for me and Brent Spiner.
Do they, Drunken
I'm talking
Zeppelin?
about the real Brent Spiner,
Do they
not his
really?
clone.
Can I get a
Lori
source on
McBride
that?
and her minions try to condemn me because a bunch of famous guys want to bed me.
That's like the thing about Jewish people having sex through a sheet. That's probably not true.
I actually could care less.
I'm gonna
about those
hashtag-
babies, just the reason
I'm gonna
that
press
Jesus
X
does
to
not
doubt.
have a problem with, for me,
For
you know,
me,
having more than one man.
because I'm just
And
better
for
than
people
you
who have
hoes.
the King David Hart, like I do, my motive for making love to more than one man is to reward them for their unselfish and courageous support of me and Brent against our battle with the our battle with the Jesuits.
Gail is the original e-girl.
In fact, if Brent and I didn't have to fight the Jesuit Empire, I would definitely prefer to confine my loving to Brent alone.
Where is
Jesus
my
knows my heart,
lighter?
and that's why he approves of polygamy for me alone, and
Oh,
for the
honey.
most part. However, Brent is my definite favorite and gets about 95% of the brain-to-brain loving.
I want you to note that term, brain to brain. They're not actually having physical sex. It's all in her head, and she knows it is, but she refers to it as brain to brain. Also, she says that Brent Spiner has an 18 and a quarter inch dick.